That old woman's gonna come knocking any minute. We better cut this short, baby.
I can't wait to finally marry your son, so we can grab that inheritance and disappear together.
Your father is in there with your bride right now. In there!
I know.
Then stop this wedding! Right now!
Not yet.
What are you going to do?
The guests came looking for answers. And tonight, they're gonna get them.
30 minutes before the wedding, a string quartet tuned itself in the garden of the Hartwell estate in Greenwich, Connecticut. 300 guests filled white folding chairs beneath strings of lights. Near the altar stood Daniel Hartwell, 32, fair-skinned, dark blonde hair combed back, the kind of effortless handsome that came from never having to try. At 32, he was already one of the youngest self-made billionaires on the East Coast, calm as marble in his tailored navy suit. His mother, Evelyn, elegant, golden-haired, still strikingly beautiful at 56, walked toward the bridal suite to check on the bride's dress one last time. She pushed the door open without knocking. Inside, she found her husband, Robert, silver at the temples, still handsome in his charcoal suit, holding Sophia in his arms, not adjusting a veil. Holding her, Evelyn staggered into the hallway, hand pressed to her chest. She found Daniel by the chapel doors and grabbed his sleeve. "Your father," she whispered. "He's in there, with Sophia." She braced for fury, for something breaking. Daniel only said, "I know." The hallway went cold. "You know?" He nodded. 6 months. He explained quietly. The late-night calls Sophia took outside restaurants. A hotel charge in Boston, the same week Robert claimed to be in Chicago. The careful way the two of them never looked at each other in front of people, too rehearsed. Daniel had hired someone. 3 months of discreet investigation. Texts, photos, a paper trail stretching back 2 years before he'd ever proposed. Sophia, dark-haired, striking, 28, had never loved Daniel. She had used him to stay close to his father, to the family, to money that never ran out. Evelyn's knees nearly buckled. "Then stop this, now." Daniel glanced toward the garden, where the processional was starting. He didn't panic. He simply straightened the white rose on his lapel. "The guests came for answers," he said. "Tonight they'll get them." He walked to the altar alone. When the wedding planner realized there was no bride beside him, the music faltered. Daniel raised a hand, and the quartet stopped. "Thank you all for coming," he said, his voice carrying easily. "Tonight isn't the wedding you were invited to. It's something more honest," he told them plainly. "No theater, no shouting. The affair, the evidence, a woman who'd planned to marry him while loving his father." Robert appeared at the garden entrance, Sophia behind him, both still straightening their clothes, both freezing as 300 faces turned. "Daniel, let us explain." "You don't have to," Daniel said. "I already understand more than I wanted to." He turned to his mother, standing at the edge of the aisle, tears finally falling. "I'm sorry you found out this way. I tried to protect you from it as long as I could." Evelyn crossed to her son and took his hand, never once looking back at her husband. By morning, Robert had been removed from the board of Hartwell Capital, a motion Daniel had quietly drafted weeks earlier, the day the affair was confirmed. Evelyn filed for divorce within the week, taking half of everything Robert had built his name on, and none of his apologies. Sophia left the city entirely. Her ring sold to a pawnshop in Hartford within a month. Daniel cancelled nothing else that evening, not the caterers, not the band, not the 300 guests who traveled to be there. He simply changed what they were celebrating. By sunset, the garden filled with laughter again, glasses raised not to a marriage, but to a mother and son who had chosen honesty over appearances. A year later, Daniel married someone else, a woman who had known him long before the money, before the name. Evelyn stood beside him that day, smiling without a single shadow behind her eyes.